Hey everyone, Paul Sam. Welcome to another Inbox Review. So today we're going to look at Fujimi's 24 scale Porsche 911 Carrera 73 RS, the lightweight version of the iconic Porsche 911. Now, I'm going to build this as part of our Starring a Machine Build What You See group build that was started on my new group. Links down below to the group, it's in the description of the video. And basically it's find an inspirational build, find pictures of it, and replicate it with some inspiration in a build. So it could be a car like this that I've seen in this colour. I'm going to replicate. Could be a race car. It could be a race car library inspired road car, bike, truck, whatever. As long as it's automotive, it's viable to join. So if you want to join, follow the link down below. Come join the group. Post on there. Look for the thread about the group build, and please come in and come and join us over there. So I bought this kit a while back, went to start it almost immediately, broke the kit in the most stupid way known to man, sold the broken kit, bought a new one, and here we are today. I'm going to do it in this wonderful Viper green colour because I just fell in love with this colour when I saw it on the RS. The white and red scheme is the iconic colour, and I remember reading an article in Top Gear magazine about 20 odd years ago when I think they did an iconic re-release kind of throwback to the RS in a modern day version of the car, and seeing it in the white and red scheme, I thought, oh, that's beautiful. With that ducktail spoiler, it just looks phenomenal. But I love this Viper green, and that's what we're going to do. So there we go. So let's go have a look through the box and have a look what we've got. Hey everyone, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell notifications, get notified of our latest videos, give the video a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and leave a comment. I do read and appreciate every comment you guys and girls leave behind. I may not reply to them all, but they are all appreciated. And there's a link in the description of the video that takes you to a big long list of all handy videos and a lot of the products I use in my videos. You now have the chance to support the video content creation by using Patreon or the PayPal me link in the description down below. All the videos will always remain free to watch. This is just your chance to help support the videos. Right then, so the Fujimi 124 Porsche 911 Carrera RS73. So the lightweight Rennsport version of the iconic 911. I've had this kit for some time. I started it once before. Had a little bit of a calamity trying to sort a bit of a fitment issue. Broke the body shell. Ended up getting rid of that and buying the kit again. So, yeah. Already had a calamity with this, so hopefully this one will go a bit more swimmingly. The kit has been unbagged, so everything's loose in here. I've test fitted some parts in the past, so bear with me on the review, but I'm literally doing the review as a matter of course that I do for every build that I start. So beautiful boxing in this iconic red white scheme. Would love to do this colour. A lot of people tend to do it in this colour, but we're not. We're going to do it in the beautiful Viper green of the pictures I've already shown. This is a zero paint I bought specifically for this build, so that's the colour we're going to do. Let's have a look in the box. Like I say, beautiful box art. We've got some nice decal scheme options, all bar the black that we need, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So if I just pop that open there, like so. So we've got our decals, our instructions. Now this is an enthusiast kit. It is an older kit, so it's a little bit ropey in places, but with it being an enthusiast kit, it should have a pretty detailed engine, half decent interior, and hopefully it'll turn out alright. So like I say, some of the screws I cut parts off, like that one. We've got some parts of the glass off, so we'll pop them over there. There's our iconic wheels. There's another sprue. So there's the body shell, the chassis itself, the engine cover, front and rear bumper, so we'll deal with those bits first. So the reason these parts are cut off is because I was test fitting the fitment. So first of all, we'll have a look at the body. So the body isn't too bad. It's a little bit rough in places. If I can zoom in a touch and bring it closer, you'll see there's quite a lot of wisps of flash and what have you here and there. And you have to clean up all these wheel arches. It's only a wisp, which literally it'll scrape off of your finger, so it's nothing drastic. Just got to run a sand around. In amongst all around the windows, you have to be very killer of this quarter glass here pillar. That's going to take some delicate work. Demarcation around the windows isn't the best, but we're not going to burn metal foil this. We'll probably use chrome paint like we did on the Super B. Overall, though, the body's pretty clean. Because the front and rear bumpers are moulded separately, there's only really the seam lines across the front wings here to deal with that you can see there. For the most part, though, it looks pretty clean. It's not too bad at all. Now, the fifth issues I had on my first kit was this engine cover, where it just didn't quite fit properly. This one's not too bad. So if I can get it to sit where it needs to go, which is about there. It's not perfect, but it's certainly better than the other ones. You can just see that little piece of lift there. Now on the other one, I was scraping this with a chisel to remove some material, pressed a bit too hard and completely snapped this back end. And as you'll know, on parts like this, once you snap them, they never glue right and you can never get them to sit right. So yeah, it was one of those. But I think on that, I think it just needs a little bit of fine tuning and we'll get that to fit. I think it just needs the edge off there, and that'll fit a lot better. So that's not too bad. We've got the under tray chassis, which has got all the engine mount at the back. Got some interior parts on this, a few detailed bits and bobs underneath. Nothing really all that interesting. It's going to need some cleanup. Now, the kit does tell you to cut open the luggage compartment cover. I don't think we're going to bother, to be honest. It looks pretty easily doable. You just follow those panel lines, just keep scraping and scribing until you're through. But I'm not too bothered about having it open, so I'm not going to bother. Now, front and rear bumpers, a little bit ropey fitting, but fixable for sure. So the front one slides in there on that under chassis, and then with a little bit of fettling, it should fit in place quite well. So you can see there, if I hold it, that lines up there okay. It does line up. I've test fitted this several times now, and it does line up. It's going to need stay glued in place after painting 2K because you need to get all the under tray in first, and it does line up pretty good at the front as well. It's like you need an extra pair of hands to do this, to hold everything, but I think it will line up alright once it's done. It's just going to be a little bit fiddly, but there you go. It does line up pretty well all the way around. So the front one shouldn't be that much trouble, but we are going to have to resort to CA glue. Rear bumper, again, a little bit of a fiddly fit, but it does fit in. Fitment's not too bad there at all, really. And on the sides here, it just needs a little bit off this back edge here, and that'll close that gap up. And then the same on the other side. It's actually really good that side. So these pieces are going to have to go in later. I think, to be honest, this one could be glued onto the chassis, but it's not worth doing. So they're going to all be sprayed separately, which is a bit of a pain logistically when you're painting. But overall, the body shell, not too bad. A little bit of wisps to clean up, a couple of seams, a little bit of work here and there. But I don't think that's going to be actually all that bad. Now, we've got part of the interior here, which has rather large pieces of flash. We've got the wing mirrors there. We get two on this. I'm going to guess that these are parts of different kits, because for the age of this car, you're probably lucky to have one wing mirror on it. So the wing mirror does not look correct for the era of car. So I'm assuming on the chrome sprue, the correct wing mirror is there. And it is. There it is. Yeah, there we go. The single chrome wing mirrors right there. While we're there, we'll look at the chrome. Chrome's actually pretty decent, to be fair. It's not too bad. But obviously, because manufacturers don't think ahead and put those sprue locator points in the worst single hand position they could, when you trim it off, you're going to see it. So this is all going to be stripped. And what I'm thinking of trying on this is some of the nail varnish, the chrome nail varnish Dan Scattergood was using. So I'm going to order some of that, dechrome everything, and we might even use that around the windows and that. We'll see. I'll see what it's like. A little bit of trial and experiment's going to be needed, but a hell of a lot of flash. I mean, look at that. That's crazy on these parts. Overall, other things like the window wipers, they don't look too chunky. They actually look pretty good. So that's not bad at all. And the chrome's really good quality. It's such a shame that these manufacturers don't think ahead and put the sprue locator points, even if it's just on the back like Tamiya does and you can cut it smooth, because I would quite happily use the chrome off those pieces. It's not even that thick either. It's actually really good. So a real shame, but anyway, the parts are there. A few parts here, like I said. We do get those headlight surrounds there in bare plastic. Which ones we're going to use, because this is going to be a mismatch of all different kits. We'll find out when we go through the instructions. That's the sprue the bumpers are on and the boot spoiler, the engine cover. Wheels, I'm just going to grab bits as I go in a particular order. Wheels are actually pretty nice, to be honest. A very nice, thin side profile. Look how thin the edge of that rim is. That's really nice. So they're going to be a bit tricky to paint. I think it's a case of getting them painted in their chrome, or whatever colour we choose to do them in, and then you probably could mask off and paint the inserts. Or it may just be a big case of brush painting the buggers. We'll see. But overall, those wheels are actually really nice. Quite like those. Unusual mounting point on the back. Not sure what's going on there. We'll figure that out when we get closer to it. But overall, the wheels look good. Clear parts are not good. I've seen these before. Let me give them a little bit of a wipe, because they are not great at all. So, major flaws on these. So, number one, we've got a big line through that one there, right up. The glass is not great quality at all. It really is poor. Side profile, you can see it there. It is pretty nasty. So with this, I think what we'll do on this is hit it up with polish and give it a good buff up and see if we can make the best of a bad situation. Bit of a shame, but it is what it is. It is pretty dire. This side's even worse, but it is what it is. We take the rough with the smooth. We'll get that a good polish up and see if we can bring it back a little bit. Whether we will, I don't know. Front screen's just as bad, with again a line right through the centre. Can you see that line there? It'll be where the plastics have met in the mould. Not great at all. But you can see the quality there. It's not good. Pretty nasty. Everything else though, massive flash on the rear lights, front lights, can't tell. Masses of flash there. You can see it all here. So it's going to need some careful cleanup, but it is what it is. It's just come with an engine stand as well. We'll look at that in the instructions in a bit. Yeah, it's a shame about the glass, but it is what it is. Now, lots of parts here. Like I said, this is an enthusiast kit. We've got our tyres here. Let's grab those while we're here as well. Sorry about all the noise. So, they are manufacturer marked for Pirelli. Yeah, they are manufacturer marked. There's a seam through the middle, so that's going to need removing. Obviously, they are staggered tyres as well on this. Tread's not bad. Tyres aren't bad at all. Yeah, they're not bad quality at all. Just get rid of that seam, and we'll be good to go. So they don't look too bad at all. Can't quite see what Pirellis they are, but they are Pirelli marked. The size is on there. Some other info is on there. So they're pretty decent actually. They're actually quite good. Now, we've got several sprues here. So I believe this is the engine stand. We've got braking components there as well. I'm going to zoom you in a touch so you can see. So there's the mounting points for the wheels. Doesn't look the most positive of mounting points, but again, I guess it is what it is. Or is that the mounting point there? I can't quite tell. We'll have a look through the instructions in a bit. We've got wisps of flash everywhere. Everything's going to need a really good sand and de-seam. So there's going to be quite a bit of work on the part here. But overall, yeah, pretty standard parts. We've got more interior parts. We've got the door cards here. We've got the gear shifter with more flash on it than gear shifter. The steering column, handbrake, lots of flash to deal with. So we can get those battery, brake master cylinder, all different engine components there. So yeah, cleanup's the order of the day here. It's going to take a while to do. But hey, not the end of the world. Modelling is modelling, isn't it? All kits are buildable. It's just sometimes some need more cleanup than others. But yeah, the flash is strong in this one. And it's going to take a bit of work. Door cards are pretty good. They've got the winder handles and the leather door handle. And a little flap down door handles are closed. Well, that's actually the door latch, the pull to open the door. So they're quite nice. Got like a tool kit there as well. There's more window wipers, number plates as well. So yeah, they're not too bad. So the sprue with engine components. I don't pretend to know what they are. But again, we've got bits of flash everywhere. Moulding wise, it doesn't seem too bad. Things like these hoses, they're not too bad. I've seen worse. But everything is going to need some very careful cleanup. Overall, the parts don't look too bad at all. So hopefully it should make a nice nice engine. I mean, there's quite a lot to it. So look at the quality of the parts. This sprue's not as bad. Looks a bit cleaner on that one, to be honest. So certainly plenty of parts in there, that's for sure. So you're definitely going to get your bang for buck in building. I believe there are some parts missing, somebody was telling me yesterday, off the engine, but hey, we can deal with that when we get to it if we deem it necessary. We've got some shocks, drive shafts, A-frames, mounts, lot of engine components, pulleys, engine block itself. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be too bad. The detail's pretty good. It's actually quite crisp on a lot of these parts. And once we get it built up, the metallizer colours on and give it a wash, that's going to look quite good. Interior, so we get spare wheels, 2 of them. Sure what's going on there. Spare wheel well, so this will be for the front luggage compartments, which we're not going to use. We get the rear seats, which I think there's 2 of. The RS didn't have rear seats, it was taken out. And these seats are not used. These ones are that come as extras, so we'll look at those in a second. Dashboards, left-hand drive dash, obviously. We've got more gear shifters, which are much, much nicer. So depending on which one we're going to use, we'll have a look. Just so you can see how it's coming up close. Lots of different parts and components there. Steering wheel, classic steering wheel for the Porsche, like a bus steering wheel nowadays, isn't it? Dashboard, the dashboard's not bad either. Not too bad. So yeah, the parts on some of the sprues are quite clean. Got more wing mirrors. Got more wing mirrors than we can shake a stick at here, haven't we? That's a 3rd set of wing mirrors. So up 4th set, there's another set of wing mirrors there as well, look. So pick and choose your wing mirrors. Well, because there's 4 sets of wing mirrors in this. And then these seats. Now these are the seats that come with it. These are the seats for the RS. So get them flocked or textured in your choice of texture. And they're going to look good. I don't think I'd fit in those. And I don't mean at that scale. I mean full size. I think I'd struggle. And if I did get in them, we'll probably need cutting out the car. So nice wheels, nice bucket seats. So yeah, a little bit of research into the car probably played dividends here, because there's going to be a lot of parts in there that aren't going to be used and shouldn't be on the RS lightweight. So decals. Now I've got 2 sets of these decals because obviously I had 2 kits. One I think went in the bin, to be honest, and I kept all the spare parts. So we've got 2 sets of these. Now because we're doing the green car, we need these in black, and they're not there. So Alan Parker, many moons ago, very, very kindly scanned these for me and printed me up black ones. So cheers for that, Alan. So I've got them in black, ready to go. Look, a pretty good print. They've been tested as well. So all being well, they'll lay down well. So yeah, other than that, the other decals are like instruments, number plates, the Porsche logos, the Carrera badges, which I have here as well, which Alan did separately for me. There they are. There's the Carrera badges as well for the boot. I've got some spares, so hopefully we'll have no drama getting these down, and they're the correct colour for that green. So cheers, Alan. Thanks for that. Fujimi decals are not great. They are renowned for being a pain in the backside. You get an info plate for that plastic piece in there. So I think it's an engine stand with an info plate on, so you can have the engine separate should you wish. Some Porsche logos and a load of warning labels for the engine bay and what have you as well. So quite a nice decal sheet, to be fair. But, you know, they should have put the black Carrera logos in. Wouldn't give everyone the options to do then. But hey, it is what it is. Like I said, 2 sets of these. So if anything goes awry with the smaller ones, I am covered. And like I say, thanks to Alan, I have the black decals to go with my correct colour. Speaking of colour, this is the colour I'm going to use. This is the Viper Green, or Kermit's Wash Bag, as Dan Scattergood likes to call them. Beautiful colour of a beautiful car. I've already put pictures of the real car up. And yeah, looking forward to doing this. I bought this specifically for this model about a year ago. Had that problem, never went back to it. And I've been back in my mind wanting to build this for some time, so that's the colour we're going to do. Instructions, there's my spare set of decals. Instructions, so on the front we've got all the colours you're going to need apparently to build the kit. They are on Mr. Hobby Accurus and Mr. Colour. They're all there. We've got the decal layouts for the car as well, to show you which decal goes where, and spare parts list at the bottom as well. So, quite busy instructions. We start off with the engine, as you can see. Quite a complex engine build. It's going to look quite good, this, hopefully. So, you can see there, step by step. So, some real-life reference material will probably be good for this. So, I found some pictures online. And obviously, you build it all up into that wonderful engine. There's the stand that we showed before in the instructions. There's the plaque, and you can have this as a standalone display engine should you wish, but we won't. Ours will go in the car. There's our rear suspension assembly, drive shaft, front suspension assembly with steering rack and all the subframes. Then onto the rear suspension and its associated parts onto the interior. So we are going to use one of those different gear shifters, which is good. We're putting the rear bench in, but I'm pretty sure the real car didn't have the rear bench. The RS's. I'm going to do a bit of research on this and have a look, but we'll figure it out either way. Seats, obviously it's telling you which ones you want to put in. We'll have the proper bucket seats in that the RS came with. Dashboard. Now, dashboard should have the clock blanked off, which I think it is doing there. The clock is this one, I believe, on the right. That should be blanked off, and it's not telling us to put a decal on it, so that is correct. We've got some components for the luggage compartment. We've got the battery, spare wheel, and what have you. We're not going to put those in. I'm not interested in doing that whatsoever. Not only do we have Kermit's wash bag, we also have a tool bag as well, apparently. Right there, look, tool bag. Told you. Onto the glasswork. Getting all that in. The rear bumper with the overriders. Now, something somebody commented on was the trim. There's trim on the Porsche 911 of this era that goes around the front and rear bumpers. It's a bit of chrome trim with a rubber on top. From what I can see, the RS doesn't have that. It just has the strip, which on this one will be these strips are just on it. That's it. It's just a decal or paint, whatever it will be back then. So those kind of trims on there, because someone's telling me to make them out of plastic. From what I can see, the RS doesn't have that, so we're going to omit that as well. Get the body on the chassis, painting the tail lights. You can cut open or cut off the side glass, which, to be honest, we may well do. Okay, so how would that work? Maybe not then, because it'll lose that quarter glass. There it is, telling to open the hood, bonnet, and luggage compartment, whatever you want to call it. Again, we're not going to do that. Getting the wheels in place, number plates, window wipers, and this display plaque as well for the decal, which is quite nice. Actually, quite a nice touch. And there's all our exploded parts diagram on the back as well. There we go. brilliant. Not a bad looking kit. Let's go back to maybe some final thoughts. Okay, there we are then. So, alright, it's not the best kit. I will openly admit that. It is an enthusiast kit, so it's got that going for us. So there's a lot of parts in there. Hopefully end up with a pretty nicely detailed engine. The interior is quite sparse on these anyway, so we'll have some flocking in there for the... It doesn't have carpet, I think it just has a felt covering on most of the interior. The door cards are very sparse. There's no radio. It's not a very luxurious car. It's an out-and-out racer, isn't it? There's only 200 of these made, I believe, and only 60 of them in this green, I think it was. So yeah, it's a very sparse interior, but for me, it's the exterior on this car that makes it. That beautiful green with the chrome trim, those iconic wheels, and yeah, I'm looking forward to building this one. It's going to be a bit of a challenge, I know that, but it can't be any worse than things I've been building lately, and hopefully we'll end up with a nice, enjoyable build series. And obviously we're taking part in our first group build over on Styling Machine. Exciting times, it really is. So that's it. If you've built the kit, let me know in the comments down below. The kit's been out for quite some time, so I'm going to guess a few people have built it. It does look ropey, it really does. The glass is terrible. Hopefully we can polish it up to look a little bit better. I've got my Novus polish set there, so we'll try our best and see what we can do. It is what it is with the glass. There's not much we can do about that. But hopefully it'll turn into a nice build. So there we go. Like I say, if you built it, let me know in the comments down below. And if not, comment and let me know what you think of the build. And are you going to join in with the group build? That is today's question. Are you going to come and join us on Styling the Machine and build an automotive inspired build with us? Links are down below as well as links to everything else, including my Patreon, where you can get 2-week early access on all these videos. Buy me a coffee, PayPal me link to make donations to keep this channel going. There's also all the links to ISM social media, Styling the Machine, umpretail.com, Off Air Hangout group, I'll have the bench page, my own personal modelling page, Paul ISM Scale Models, my other channel that I daily live stream on that I'm due to go live in 6 minutes. It's 9:25 now. And my scale mates and an email address to get in touch with me should you wish as well. So I'm literally starting this build today, so hopefully it'll be green at some point in the next day or so, and I'm really looking forward to cracking on with this. So hope you enjoyed that review. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you sub to the channel, click the bell notification, give the video a thumbs up, and please leave a comment. Love reading all your comments. And there we go. Enjoy the rest of the day, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.